Gentlemen, I'm about to expose a thief that is in your life and is stealing time and energy and attention and focus and productivity. It's robbing you of results. It's robbing you of opportunities and your efforts. Right? But here's the problem. Before I expose this enemy, when I tell you, you're gonna look around and be like, "No, man, that's not a thief. That's not an enemy. It's just a part of life." Because look around, everybody experiences it. The truth is, not so. Not everybody experiences it. Most people do because they don't realize the problem, right? And that's a bold statement. But there are a few, and I want you to become part of the few. There are a few who have realized what the problem is, and they fix it, and it gets rid of the problem, and it removes the thief, right? So we're all rolling along through life, and this villain is holding us back, keeping us from being our very best. I mean, let this sink in. If you don't address this, and you don't even know what it is yet, but if you don't address this, then cumulatively, meaning like the sum total of like all through life, how many opportunities you miss out on, how much contribution you miss out on, how much achievement, how many results you miss out on because of this thief, this villain that's here trying to get us all, right? But the few who are warriors and who know about it and do something about it, because you can learn about it today and not do anything about it, it doesn't serve you, right? Right? To know about it and not to do anything is just might as well not know about it, right? But knowing is better. And then you do something about it and it changes everything, right? And when I learned this, luckily, man, I was so blessed and so fortunate to learn about this in my late teens. And it changed everything for me because I did not grow up with this. You ready? You want to find out what is robbing you? It's poor health, right? Think about it, man. Every time you have a toothache or a backache or a stiff neck or the cold or the flu or a headache or your joints are hurting or your gut hurts, I mean, on and on, right? What does it do? Man, it slows you down. It makes you foggy. Sometimes it just takes you right out of the game, right? You're down, you crash, or it distracts you. You can't focus. You can't concentrate. You can't be all in. And even if you're like mustering up the courage, like, oh, I'm gonna force myself to do this. I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna overpower this. You're still like only giving a percentage because you literally can't give your all. Your body and your being are dealing with the problem. And so this poor health is literally robbing you, right? Now, we circle back to what I was saying earlier and like, well, no, man, look around. Isn't that a part of life? Like everybody experiences that. No, not everybody. Most people, yes, but not everybody. So what's the problem? The problem is, and the truth is empowering truth, is that you are not a victim. You're actually a contributor. Oh, right? But where there's pain, there's power. And we step back and realize, wait a minute, what's causing this problem that most people are dealing with it? Well, it's like Dr. Amen says, I love this. He says, the greatest weapon of mass destruction is the American diet. And it's like the common Western diet. It's a modern diet even, right? And it's all this processed packaged foods. It's sugar. Sugar is a direct inflammatory, fellas. And it goes in and it causes inflammation in our cells. And it causes problems literally in our brain and throughout our bodies. Our blood sugar levels, man, it's messing up everything. But junk food and fast food and all these drinks that are just all full of chemicals and garbage, right? And I know I sound like kind of fanatical right now, but I want you to back up because the body is amazing. It's so incredible and it knows what to do and it knows how to function and how to build up immune systems, right? They're really strong to protect against all the crap that's out there. So yes, 100% yes. If you get your body and your mind in an amazing healthy condition, you can go through life with very few, and I know this is a bold statement, with very few illnesses or diseases, right? Or problems. You can enjoy phenomenal health and energy far more than most people simply by improving your diet and your sleep and your exercise. Now you're like, well, yeah, I know that, man. Thank you, Captain. Obvious, it's a no-brainer. But I want you to really take this in. It is a thief that is robbing you of life. If you spend your whole life and you look back, like, how many hours and days and weeks and months do you spend like hurting or not feeling very well? And most of it, fellas, I know this is bold, most of it is totally preventable. So it is a villain, and there is something you can do about it, and you can be the hero in your own story, and you can be a warrior that fights back against this villain that's literally robbing you of your life and keeping you from peak performance. Because you and I, we have to show up, man. We have to show up in the marketplace, we have to show up at work, and we have to deliver the goods and get results. And then we get to show up for our wives and be real men, real husbands, not giving her leftovers, right? Just really being all in. And then for our kids, right? To be great dads who are involved and engaged and have plenty of energy to play with the kids and to wrestle with the kids and take them on adventures, right? And to do all of that and to be leaders and contributors in society and to go out and serve and make a difference. You with me? You got to be able to think clearly. You got to be all in. You got to be able to show up to the meetings and on the trips, to the conversations. You have to have mental clarity and focus and stamina and vitality and vibrance. You've got to feel fantastic. You can't be nursing some pain problem, my body, my aching body, and a little overweight, and then my joints hurt, and then my gut hurts, and now my head hurts. You can't be going through life like that because it slows you down and holds you back. Nah. You are a peak performer. You are a warrior king, right? You're a man. And real men take phenomenal, meticulous care of their bodies and their brains. And they want to be fully optimized. I think it's a mark of true manliness to be fully optimized, to do everything in our power to make sure our bodies are not being held back by poor health. So what do you do about it? Man, make sure you get really good sleep. This generation is chronically sleep deprived. And you don't make up for it, right? You go into sleep debt. So you're like, no, man, I only need 4 hours of sleep. I only need 6 hours. It's good. And you're going along like you're not getting enough good, deep quality sleep where you're recovering. Because at night, like everything you learn during the day, during the night, and during sleep, it like stores it. So it increases your memory, right? And the body does a full cleanse during the night at a cellular level and kind of does a trash dump in the night. So if you're not sleeping really well, it's affecting you mentally and physically and getting a full recovery. So start there. Get to bed early, get up early, and do that. Like I mentioned earlier, man, I know this can be a big shift and a big change, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. I went through this entire change. Please, like, and again, like, man, here's why I lean in. Do you love life? Do you love yourself? Do you love your wife? Do you love your children? Do you love your friends and family members? Do you love, like, humanity and the people you can help and serve and love and lead? Do you love your teammates, your clients, your customers, employees, whatever, like wherever you work or operate or live? Do you love your grandchildren, if you have them, or your future grandchildren or future great-grandchildren? That's where I'm going, right? If you love any or all of those people, then don't you have a moral obligation to do this? To really commit, to go all in, to optimize your health so you can live a long, healthy, energized life? Now, I want to live up to 120. And I want to be alert and active and happy and engaged that whole time. So if you love your life, if you don't love your life, man, we got to keep working on this, right? That's why we have the Be the Man Masterclass. That's why we have the tools, the training, the strategy. Because if you don't love your life, something's got to change. And the change starts here and here. But then you change everything else. And if you don't love your wife, something's got to change. And if you don't love your kids, something's got to change, right? And we can work on that, but it all starts by getting the vehicle through which we do everything in life all dialed in. So the big change I'm talking about that can be challenging, and I get it because I've been through there, is I want to invite you to cut out like all junk food, all fast foods, sodas, anything it's harmful or addictive, anything that's, man, you just know it's not healthy for you. Like the sugars and the simple carbohydrates and the greasy foods and the chemicals. If you look at the ingredients, man, it's mostly chemicals you can't pronounce. Like that does not go in here. And here's a rule, right? Here's a hard rule that has made a huge difference. Do not lean into expediency. Like people will be like, wow, I just ate it because I was hungry. I'm like, I don't care if you're hungry. Hunger doesn't determine what goes in here. My principles determine what goes in here. Food is fuel for my body. And my body is this machine. It's my vehicle for life. So food is fuel. I don't put any junk in there. I got to have more self-respect. Because when I eat crap, it is an act of disrespect against myself. Right? So do not disrespect yourself anymore. No more fast foods, no more junk foods. And yes, I'm saying no more, right? Because I'm the kind of, you can do baby steps, like work your way off it, right? Whatever. But I'm the kind of like, baby steps are for babies, man. Let's go. If you love life, like go all in. You're going to be a man up. Like cut this junk out of your life so you can feel fantastic. Now, your body might react, right? And you might be a few days like, what is, I feel horrible. I feel worse. Thank you, Greg. I feel worse. But like, let it cleanse your body and get out of your system. And I'm not condemning you to this life of disgusting things. Like I love food, brother. I will travel, and I do travel all over this world to find the most delicious and nutritious food. Those are my rules. Has to be delicious, has to be nutritious. Cut those things out. Just do that, man. Do those simple things and watch what happens. If you're overweight, just start exercise. You just move your body vigorously for 30, 40 minutes. Do that 3 to 4 times a week. You can run or bike or swim or dance or hike, whatever you want. Move your body, get your heart rate up, cut out all those foods, and then you can try closing your eating time period, right? You have an eating window. So if you eat during 8 hours and that's it, then the rest of the time you're drinking water. You have 16 hours of fasting every day. Watch how that transforms your body and cranks up your energy levels. You start feeling fantastic, right? These are just like super simple things that you can do. And your motivation has to come like intrinsic motivation because you do love life. You do love your wife. You do love yourself. You do love your kids and your future grandkids. You love humanity. You just want to be here to achieve and grow and enjoy your life. It's worth it, man. It's absolutely worth it. So give it a try. Lean in. Try it. Like just see like, okay, I'm going to trust him. I don't want to do it. I don't know. Maybe you don't believe it. Maybe you're doubtful. Maybe you think, nah, I don't know, man. Doesn't matter whether I eat healthy or not because I know this guy one time, he ate healthy. He died anyways, right? Oh, he had these problems. But just try it. Experiment with it. Just take this on, trust on this one. Be like, all right, man, I'm